Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, a farming simulator gaming farmer tries real farming. That's right. I've mentioned this a lot in the video and I'm going to say it right at the start now. I cannot thank Nina and Brian enough for having us out to their farm. Nina is a subscriber of the channel. We were invited out to their sheep farm and we went up for the weekend, myself and MrSealyp, and did some farming type stuff. Was I any good at it? Do the skills transfer over from playing the game to actual farming? There are a lot of real world farmers that play the game. There are a lot of people that used to be farmers that play the game. There are people that are just gamers that have never farmed in their life. I'm one of those people. Did the skills transfer? We'll see. Did I make mistakes? Yes. Did things get broken? Yes. There is also a live stream I did from the farm when we were there. So if you want to check that out on the channel, the live stream is there. That is a live stream around the farmyard, looking at the vehicles, machinery and equipment that Nina and Brian have at their main farm. What you're going to see now is the sort of the activities we did while we were there, and me actually driving a tractor with Brian the farmer, then solo, and then with MrSealyp. Should we have a look? Was I any good? Okay, so first thing we're doing, sheep wrangling. Absolutely awesome.
Good girl. Good girl. Oh, sorry, when sheep are over there.
Oh yeah. They're off.
Right, he's got this. Good girl.
So how long do you leave them grazing on a particular field for at a time?
Well, normally just so they don't get too mucked up, look.
Yeah.
Then we move on to the next field, let the rain wash them up, and then move them back again.
Okay.
But we've got to,
Good girl.
well, the vet's got to come and inspect them all. You have to have a vet-approved licence now before you can sell them.
Oh, okay.
So we don't normally have as many as this in one field. But a lot of these are new. They're all a lot of them blue Texels pedigrees. Well, we've bought this year, and we've got to get used to our system.
Yeah. So quite a high rotation of sheep through.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I think this year I think we've got 110 for lamb.
Okay.
Which is enough.
Oh, just want to spread out a bit. The wrong way. That's amazing, literally as soon as the gate opened I found an escape route. It's a beautiful day up in Nottinghamshire. We're here with Nina and Brian on their sheep farm. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, okay. Right.
I can't get to it.
Okay.
We are.
now. Let me just turn this over and turn it round. Apparently, I'm driving that. Nervous? Yep. Plus, look, see that? That's manual attach, that is. There's no button. I don't know how that works. Never done that before. It's going to be fun, isn't it? Oh. So for all you farmers out there that are already watching going, oh, it's a doddle. Oh, look at that though. Look at it. Oh, that is gorgeous. I'm so nervous. I've got to drive this down to a field and do some work. Wish me luck. Oh, what else we got coming out? This might be the new... Oh, it's the new one. This is Brian. I'll explain all the people involved. This is Brian's new one. We're taking this out to the field as well. Brian is a massive fanatic. You'll see later on. Well, it won't be later on, it'll be earlier. And we'll do a live stream. Brian loves his Mathis. Look at that. Should be the other side really. Just realised I've got the sun on the wrong side. Make sure the farmer can always see you when they're operating heavy machinery. Look at that. And might be getting a drive of that as well. Footage to follow. What could possibly go wrong with this scenario? We're about to find out. So, we're going to be going off to the field to do some work. Like I said a minute ago on the other tractor, no manual attach, no automatic attach, no button. This is manual attach. And unfortunately, I've just been informed by Nina, it's not a 3 metre cultivator, it's only a 2.8. So I'm sorry for all you 3 metre aficionados out there. It's close enough, let's just say that. Butter, absolute butter. So top link goes on. Do you have to do much adjustment when you get to the field or with the top link to get your angle right? Yeah.
Not hydraulic.
There we go. Oh, we're going to have a go running this. I can't believe it. That's cool.
Yeah, you have to adjust sometimes the arms so it's level.
Okay.
It digs in or digging a bit too much in at the front. Last time we went dragging, we got 2 legs up.
Does it have any kind of safety feature, like when you're going down the road to a field, to stop that dropping? If something happened with the hydraulics, is there something to stop it falling?
No.
Or it would just go and you just have to make sure you stop pretty sharpish?
It just digs the tarmac.
That's cool. Look, rest of the sheep in the fields. The barn, we're going to get onto this later on as well. There's barns and, oh, you wait till you see in the barn with all the tractors. Actually, I'm going to take you in here very quickly. These aren't Brian's tractors, these are a friend. But this is very cool. I'm going to do a walk and talk later on, but just while we're here as well, I wanted to show you these. But look, hopefully it will adjust when we get in here in the gloom. But look, I mean, is this not just... Look! Oh, it's just... And apparently all of these run. They all run. The guy that owns these drives tractors like that for a living. Big old John Deeres. And these are his play tractors. His ones he comes and fiddles around with, tinkers with, and drives for the joy of it. But you wait till we get to the barn later on. Oh my days. I mean, I'm just going to say best day ever. It's awesome. So, I'm at Millhays Farm. With MrSealyp, with Nina and Brian. Nina, you'd recognise, I've said her name many, many times before. We're in a little side by side. We're heading out to the field. We're going to be doing some work. It's Millhays Farm, isn't it? Millhays Farm, that's where we are. This is just brilliant. MrSealyp is in the Mathis ahead of us. See what happens when a cultivator meets a Range Rover. So to start off with, in the field, with the cultivator, ripper, whatever you want to call it, chisel plough, Brian's in the buddy seat. Depth has been set that he's happy with. He's already gone out and done a couple of strips to make sure everything's how it needs to be, and he's going to show me the ropes, and hopefully I'll do it okay enough to his standards that he will then let me go solo, which was the plan. To say I was nervous at this point was the biggest understatement ever. I did a tractor driving experience many years ago. Drove across a farm with a farmer, did a tiny little bit of ploughing, moved a trailer around, but nothing like this. Nothing where I was going to get the opportunity to go on my own and do it. And digging up fresh ground as well, which I was not expecting. And the whole time I was thinking, don't mess it up, don't mess it up. Will I be able to do this based upon what I do in game? Can I line stuff up? Can I raise and lower it? But at the end of the day, it's pressing a button, which is like using a controller. But I was panicked. The other elephant in the room at this point is the Massey 240 that I showed in the earlier part of the video. I didn't drive. I was not confident enough because we had to drive from the farm out onto the main road, over a dual carriageway on a bridge, down to a junction, along a main road which you can see behind us, and then into the field. And I've never driven a tractor like that in my life, and I wasn't confident that if anything happened I would be able to control it quickly and safely enough not to cause an accident. So the decision was made. The modern Massey Ferguson would come out in the field and this would be used instead. That was just from a safety perspective. I suggested that. I said I wasn't comfortable. It wasn't, them saying you're awful, please don't do it. But anyway, I'll let the clips continue and I'll explain what we're doing in a couple of bits as we move along. There's some clips in cab, out of cab, as you can see, drone footage, we've got all sorts going on, so enjoy. Brian has now left the cab. I'm on my own at this point. Whew. I have to say, I did not stop smiling all day long. It was just, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, you can see straight away, camera out, because that's what you do. You just start filming. The bits I did initially, I had the camera zoomed in too close and I made an absolute gaff of it, so it doesn't matter. But I'm doing it. I'm on my own. The whole rest. We didn't do the whole field. I'll explain. I think I'll explain later on in one of the video clips why we don't end up doing the whole field. And we have to go over it 2 or 3 times. So we had to do it once, clear it all, then come back, let it dry a little bit, come back again, and it was just to make sure it was properly gone over. I think 3 times we ended up going over the whole lot while we were out. Had a bit of a picnic as well. It was just fantastic. Trying to straighten this row up. I suddenly realised when I was filming, I've gone a little bit wonky. MrSealyp's up the end of the field. I'm doing farming. I think I had it zoomed in way too close before, so I'll zoom this back out again. Let's flip it over again. That's better. Look, it's me in a tractor. I'm in a Massey. A little Massey, I can't remember the designation, it's a little small one, but I say little small one, it doesn't feel little. And look behind me, I'm doing a thing, I'm doing a farming thing. On my own as well, there's no one in here with me, no one in the buddy seat, just me, doing farming stuff. Happy days! MrSealyp's out there, filming me. Doing a thing. Brian the farmer is trusting me. I mean, he really is trusting me, which is quite incredible, really. I'm not going to lie to you, I could do this all day long. If there's anyone out there who wants to donate a farm or hire me, I can now do this kind of thing. Look, I've done all that across there, I've done a whole load. And this is just my idea of heaven. I can't thank Nina and Brian enough for having myself and MrSealyp up for the day. I think we're going to do a bit of a village tour maybe tomorrow as well, but getting to do this We did move some sheep this morning. We're going to do some stuff on the actual farm yards later on. This is just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So, at this point, first passes are done. We've opened up the field as much as we're going to. I'd spoken to Brian, and Brian had said he didn't want to go too far one way and too far the other for a couple of reasons. And then we had to let it dry for a bit, so we had a bite to eat, drink, and then come back and go over it for the second time, which I started to do on my own, and then I think MrSealyp joins me later on. But, whew. MrSealyp's in the cab with me. Whoa! Can you actually even see me? This is the best day ever. And look, I haven't got to hold the camera now. I've got a camera person with me. But we are being judged. If you turn the camera around, that's Brian. This is Brian's tractor. This is Brian's field. I don't know how I'm reviewing my work. Look, I feel really nervous. I'm being judged on my performance. I don't know how he feels I'm doing, but you know, it's still the best day. It doesn't matter. I think I'll do one more pass and then we'll go back and stop. Do you want any footage of you in the tractor? Oh, okay. You could spit.
I know.
Oh, it's really nice. I had a bit of a faux pas earlier. I was going along, and bearing in mind it's my first day on the job of doing this for real. It's amazing how quickly, we'll lift this up, like that, I'll spin around, how quickly you get a feel for the tractor, how quickly you get a feel for the engine sound, you get a feel for the sound of the cultivator, chisel, plough, however you want to refer to it, in the ground, and that you can tell when it's pulling hard, you can tell if you've hit something, like stones or dumps and that kind of stuff. Brian was telling us that they built a dual carriageway just over here, and it cut their access to the field. And when they built it, they used this as part of the staging areas for the building site, and they dumped loads of hardcore and rubble on here. So every now and again, he broke his times on here, hitting a curbstone, a massive curbstone. So you have to go and watch out. But my faux pas was just over there. There's a big lump. It all bunched up underneath the back of the cultivator. But I could tell, I heard immediately the engine note change because it was pulling harder. As soon as I looked behind, I saw it. I'm a farmer. I mean, there's not much else to it, is there? No? I mean, we've herded some sheep and I've done some of this. I mean, that's farming, isn't it? I know it's not. For all you farmers out there that are already writing letters, it's okay. I am only joking.
Don't write letters because he won't read them.
No. cultivating, ripping, depends how you refer to it. But that's what we're doing. Our last bit, and we'll lower that back down again. Line it up. And there we go. So that bit over to the left there, that's too wet. We can't do the bit over to the left. That's a bit too wet. And over to the right is where, when this was done as a part of the dual carriageway, they dumped loads of hardcore and rubble over there, so we can't go over and do that bit in case we hit any curbstones or big rocks or anything that could do any damage. That being said, I'm going to show you a bit in a minute when we get to the end here. MrSealyp's filming for me. I've already lost a couple of the quarter covers off the back. A couple of rocks I have apologised. And at the end, now this is a little bit like when I cut through the cable for the internet at home. I'm very proud of what I've done today. I'm very proud of what I've managed to achieve. Apart from one bit at the end, where I was so excited and so happy filming, I forgot to raise the chisel. You'll see MrSealyp will show you when we get to the end. It's my only bit of disgrace for today. Dearie me. What can you do? Yeah, we don't talk about that bit. Oh dear. I could do this all day long. I could do this for a job. If anyone's hiring, I want to say a massive thank you to Nina and Brian for having us today. This has been fantastic. They've been so generous with their time and their equipment, and it's just, yeah, having a fantastic time. Done. These last little clips are just a couple of bits from earlier on in the day of what we were doing. Just as an outro, I didn't really film an outro per se. I think I just I got too overexcited with everything that was going on. There was so much happening. As I said earlier on, right at the very start, there is a live stream of the farmyard tour itself. So if you want to see a bit of that, so that kind of encompassed all of it. I didn't want to do the farmyard tour live and then do the farmyard tour again and record it to put on this. It made more sense to keep them separate. So if you want to jump across and have a look at that. If I remember, I'll put a card up at this point. But I have to say, as I've said many times, and I said at the start as well, huge thank you and shout out to Nina and Brian for having us. They were incredible hosts. They were incredibly friendly. They were lovely people. They are lovely people. Every interaction I've ever had with Nina, she's just a wonderful human being. So thank you very much to both of you for having us. I know you'll probably watch this. We got to meet Nina's family as well, some of her family, and they were lovely as well. So it was just a whole all-round wonderful experience. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment about how I got on, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.